companies or customers or the companies or the people that your company do business with. Definitely, when you get all the data on the platform, it's not just for fun. It's not just there to kind of uh, for decorational purpose or something. But all the data you're getting right from the time that you're ensuring that you have a quality data on the platform is to ensure that you are able to run your company or stakeholders or end users, they will be able to access the report. And the form of report they're going to access will be a kind of actionable type of report at the end of the day. So this aspect of learning objectives is very, very important and is part of the fundamental core responsibility of a Salesforce administrator. You must be able to do data management and analytics as a Salesforce administrator. And at the same time, you should be able to train all end users on how to make use of the data analytic tools like a report builder, like data import wizard, like a data loader, like a data export, any form of tools that you use to kind of produce a quality report that will guide your organization toward increasing their productivities. In this area is where the report will help you to kind of extract the necessary KPI, key performance indicator, the trends on your platform, what is going wrong, what is going on good, what needs to be uh, further addressed in your company. These are the areas that will really help your organization to really see how well they are doing in terms of achieving their goals, in terms of meeting up, adding values to whatever might be the kind of goals they have within the organization. So it's very important, and we should be able to use all these tools, learn how to implement all the necessary tools that will help you to carry out data analytics. So for the sake of this learning objective, before we go to other aspects, I need to demonstrate the data import wizard. We discussed data import wizards through the PowerPoint presentation. Our data import wizard can be used to observe and insert on Salesforce platform to import data onto Salesforce platform. And this data import wizard has its limitation in terms of it cannot import more than 50,000 record at a time. Anything above that, then you might need to use a data loader, or you consult Apache for a third-party application for you to use to carry out the data import exercise. And apart from that, data import wizard can only import data into Salesforce platform. You cannot use it to export data. You cannot also use it to delete data. Anything outside that you want, if you want to achieve that kind of functionality, then you need to use a data loader. If you want to access data import wizard on this platform, you go to uh, setup. From setup, you type in data import wizard. The data import wizard will open just like this. Then you can see, if you want to watch the video about how it's being run, how you can use it to kind of import data. You can go through all those videos at your own time. But with this limited time we have in this class, we need to launch the wizard first. Just click on launch wizard. By the time you click on launch wizard, then it's going to open. What kind of objects do you want to use it to import? So you can use it to import both standard objects and custom objects. In this regard, for what will give us comprehensive demonstration of what we need to demonstrate in this class, we're going to use standard objects. We have our own custom object, which is project, uh, opportunity history, team member junction, team members. Those are the few objects that we have on this platform. You can as well use it to import that particular. If you have an object that happen to be your custom object on CSV file, because it only supports importing data that is on CSV file. Anything outside that, it doesn't support it. You can use data import wizard to import what is not in form of is not on a CSV format. And when you import a new lead like that, it's going to be a new lead on your platform. It's going to come in as a new lead. You know, the other time we demonstrated how you could use web to leads to actually get a new lead from your company's website, whereby when people input some, when your customers or prospect, let's say prospect in this regard now, in this perspective, when they enter their details in form of phone number, company name, their first name, last name, the name of the company they represent, and all that, you're going to have access to all their record on your platform immediately. When you access that record, it's going to come from the web, and we were able to use HTML lead form being made available by Salesforce to actually demonstrate that particular aspect, whereby you can uh, get lead web to lead from your for company website. So in the same way, you can have some lead on CSV file through your end users, or they want to import some lead into your platform. Then definitely they're going to use a data import wizard to actually do that. Then your end users as well can as well use a data import wizard, but they cannot use data loader. That's some users based on the kind of profile being assigned to them. They can actually use data import wizard. Now, before you use your data import wizard to do anything, to import anything onto this platform, you first of all need to clean the data you want to import. Everything starts from the data you want to import to the platform. Because if you just go ahead like that and say you want to import directly, and if you've not cleaned your data, you might kind of have trouble importing that data. You can start experiencing error message, and the system will not allow you based on validation rules, based on rules or the other. It's going to trigger when you use a data import wizard to import any data into Salesforce platform. What you need to do, first of all, is to make sure you access your CSV file, clean it, make sure is in order, everything, all the field, all the role, everything is okay about it. I think this was the same lead object that sent to us earlier today. Then this is the CSV file. Now, this is the CSV file. If there's anything you want to clean up at this level, you clean it up. And now let me explain all these headers to you. All these headers, you see them, they are the field. They're going to match with the field you have on your Salesforce platform, or they're going to match with the fields you have on the lead objects or the lead record on the Salesforce platform. You know, if you could remember field and relationship, that is the aspect we actually discuss intensively about field and all the rest. What represents your field on this CSV file happen to be these headers, and these headers are name, email, phone, company, and lead source. So now, if any of this is not matching with the lead record field you have on your platform, You might need to reconcile that before you start importing, because if you do that without taking cognizance of that, it's going to disrupt what you're trying to import on Salesforce platform. It's very, very important that you assess, you clean the record first, you look at it. Does it really match with your existing record? If it doesn't match, or anyone that doesn't match when you're importing, you can match it manually. But when it can not still match up, then there's going to be error. You might be able to import part of the record, some of the record might not, you not be able to import at the end of the day. So the first thing you're going to do, you need to do before you import any data, go back, look at the CSV data, look at the records. Is everything, make sure you put every aspect of it in the right perspective. Look at the field. Are they matching up with what you already have on Salesforce platform? If they are not matching up, then you need to you need to clean it further. You need to make sure that what you have on your CSV file also correlate with what you have, integrate with what you have on the Salesforce platform, and show you something. Now, this is our, if you want to see what kind of field do you have, then you need to go to the lead. From the lead object now, you'll be able to, from the object manager, you'll be able to access lead. Look at the lead, look at the kind of field you have on your lead. If there's anything that is missing on the CSV file, you take note of it and you make sure you work on it at the end of the day. Leads objects. Let me go to lead now, because the objects I want to import to Salesforce platform happen to be lead. That's one of my prospects. At that particular lead, I got that lead, those lead from Facebook when I ran a particular adverts on one of my projects in South Africa some years back. I ran it on Facebook, so I got those prospects having interest in what I'm doing. So I modify it for this class so that we can use it as a data for us to kind of demonstrate what you could possibly have. This is field and relationship, and these are the kind of field you have on lead objects. So there is an email field, there is an annual revenue, uh, status, company created by, and we have leads. There is a lead source, there is a lead status, name, anyone that you have. I think everything is okay now. What we have on our CSV file is good. Then we can say we want to go to setup now to kind of try to import that data import wizard. Where clean leads. Okay. Then you launch the wizard. When you launch the wizard, which object in this demo want to deal with? Want to deal with lead. Then add new records. We're adding new record. Update existing record. That means if you actually work on the CSV file, and at the end of the day, you want to use it to update an existing record on your Salesforce platform, then you click on update existing record. And if you are updating an existing record like that, that means those records you have them already existing on Salesforce platform. All what you need to do, you want to update them. And if you're having any record like that they happen to be existing on Salesforce platform, you must always have a record ID. The record ID, when you are updating, it work with record ID. any record you have on Salesforce platform, you always have record ID being assigned to each of the record. Take note of that. Any record, immediately we import this record now to Salesforce platform, you will see that Salesforce is going to assign record ID to all of the record. Its own unique identification number is going to be attached to that record. So any existing, if you are updating a record, that means there must be an ID on that CSV file taking care of that. I mean, maybe after you've exported the record, you notice that you need to make some adjustment, you do all the editing or cleansing or whatsoever, then you report it back. When you're updating an existing record, there must be an ID. Then if you're upsetting, that means there are some part of the record that are new. Some are kind of an existing one that need to be updated. So you are achieving dual, and you are using one stone to kill two balls at the same time. Then definitely you're going to use offset in that case. But in this case now, we're just importing this lead record for the first time to be on our Salesforce platform. Then I will say add new record. Then you can decide to pick it up as a CSV file. You just click on CSV file, then you go and pick it up wherever you have, if it is on your document, if it's on your laptop, if it is on your download, you go and pick it up there. But in this case, I can just decide to drag it and drop it there. So I just want to make use of that functionality now. Let me drag it and yeah. So this is where I can drag it. This is the file now. Then I'll drag it there. Let me maximize. Then I click next. Now, map objects, that means this is the CSV file header. The headers of the record I'm importing to this platform. You can see now all matched with the Salesforce objects immediately. Name is name, email is email, phone number is phone number, company is company, lead source is lead source. So if there's anyone that is not mapping, you just map it manually. Maybe what you're having as the CSV header is a bit different. Maybe it can be lead site or lead something. Maybe something just a bit different. When you get it on this, then it will show red here. You can just manually say, okay, you map it to say it should take this one as this one, just match it with the field you have on your Salesforce objects and with the header of the CSV file that is coming. So these are the headers you have on the CSV file. It's matching with the field you have on the lead object. So the total of the record that we're going to import now is going to re-import it to the platform successfully. Now let me click next. There it says lead. Your import will include map field. The map fields happen to be the headers. The headers happen to be 5. Then all the necessary rows now, you just say information about so number of rows successfully. It has started importing now. Okay, now to import. Congratulations, your import has started. Okay. It now take me to where I have it as a bulk data load jobs. It has been done. This is where you're going to get the information about how successful what you've actually done happen to be, completed batches, progress 100%, lead, CSV file, and all the rest. Then if there's anything here, is here you just get the record that, okay, you see now, job ID, this is an ID for that job now. As we imported it into the platform, it's completed, and record process 22. That means we have 22 rows in that particular record. Total processing time, end time, starts time, and all the rest. There's some record that can be so big that might take some minutes, that can take some hours, that can take some days before you finally have everything being imported to your platform. Now, in order for us to demonstrate that, we need to go to the um, sales application now. Let's go to the sales application. Then this is lead. Now, I need to search for the lead I imported. I can say, let me say today's lead. Let me see. Yeah, these are the leads today. You can see 22 of them. These are the 22 records that we imported successfully to this platform using Data Import Wizard. That's what Data Import Wizard has helped us to achieve without any problem. We're able to import up to 22 records, rows of records into this platform. Happen to be 22 altogether. You can now see those headers now, name, company, and it's being done in alphabetical order, and that does it.
Right, that's a wrap up for today's video. I hope you have picked up some valuable insights and actionable tips in Salesforce ecosystem. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Give this video a big thumb up. If you found it helpful, I'm Asikola Oshirikan and I can't wait to see you in the next video. Thank you for watching and stay tuned for more.